so I actually just realized that, I mean, it's okay because that last video is 14 minutes anyways, but there is a thing that I realized we could do using distance to just kind of put them all together here, except for absolute value. I'm not using absolute value in this one. But so in the last video, we saw angle 2, get point and direction, how we can use that to make something, a certain distance from some center object or center point and kind of place it on a direct line between two other objects using angle 2 and get point and direction. And I was just like, okay, actually, here's another thing you could do to just see like another use for distance. So I'll figure out what I title this video, but here's what I want to do with this. We were just doing some random distance here, but let's say I wanted to place something directly between my black ball and my green ball. Well, what I can use is that distance formula, that distance function. So I could put it all in line over here, but it's going to get kind of crazy. So let me get like distance between green and black ball. That's a horrible variable name, but whatever. Distance between green and black ball, I'm going to set equal to whatever distance returns, and I'll just use these two balls over here, the green and the black ball. So now I'm getting the distance between the black ball and the green ball, storing that distance in this variable, distance between green and black. Then what I'm going to use is if I just put distance between green and black, what this will do now is it's just kind of do a bunch of calculations just to put a circle back on top of that green ball. So let's just confirm that that's how it works. But I do believe, yeah, so what it's doing is, which is crazy, and this is not the purpose of it, but what it's doing is, all right, I'm getting the angle so that I know how to point from the black ball to the green ball. I'm getting the distance between the green and the black ball. And then I'm get point and direction. I'm getting the point starting at the black ball, pointing at that green ball, and I'm going to go the distance from the black ball to the green ball. So I'm just going to end up putting this XY coordinate, should just end up getting the exact same XY coordinates of that green ball, which it did. And obviously, that's not useful. Of course it's not useful. I could have just used the green ball's coordinates. But if we start doing something like a cheeky little divided by 2 over here, now, well, I've got the distance between the green and the black ball, and I just divide by 2. So now I've got from the black ball pointing at that green ball, using my angle from angle 2, and I have the distance, but half the distance, I can now place something directly halfway between the green and the black ball. And if I run it now, this is the exact midpoint between the green and the black ball, which is super cool that it can just get that done. It does all of that for us. And let's say I want to go, maybe not half as far, and instead of using division, let's make it a little easier by saying I want to go 75% of the way towards the green ball. Well, I'll just multiply that distance times 0.75, and now when I rerun this, it's going to place that blue ball kind of 75% of the way between the black and the green ball. And I just think that's neat. And that's what I wanted to show, is how you can use the distance in combination with angle 2 and get point and direction to place something halfway between, 75% of the way, maybe only like 30% of the way or a third of the way there, and it will just, oh lol, can't do 0.0.3. All right, let's try this again. A third of the way there, and it's just like, it'll do it. It'll do it for you. There's, of course, and we're going to see some examples of using this on step, or maybe some loops, right? Maybe you make something that loops and changes the distance, so you like have this, object getting made multiple times between the two of them. You can do all sorts of things, right? We're getting to the point where programming can all of a sudden feel like, uh-oh, I have so much power, I can do anything, and that can get a little scary. But hopefully, take it one step at a time. The whole idea is you're organizing your code, breaking things up into small little pieces to make it seem a little less overwhelming. But yeah, I really wanted to add that in there. I'm glad I didn't make it in that previous video, because then it would have been like a 20-minute video, and that would not have been cool. But just I think this is super cool, right? I think the last one was super cool, but then using the idea that we have that distance function to be able to do this, radical. Awesome. Love it. Love you. See you next time. Thanks for watching.